This TikTok lawyer, and I say lawyer very loosely because I haven't verified her credentials. She says she's a lawyer. So as of now, this self-proclaimed lawyer just took to TikTok to claim that Academics is in some really major trouble and he could essentially be done over a major mistake and error that he made. Now, this all stems around Megan Thee Stallion and Academics. So apparently Megan Thee Stallion is suing another blogger by the name of Milagro because she claims that Milagro defamed her. Now, Megan Thee Stallion got millions of dollars. Milagro has a Twitter page of like 40,000 followers. But apparently this hurt Megan Thee Stallion and caused so much damage that Megan Thee Stallion is currently suing her. So they claim, though, that Academics is apparently in possession of some new evidence. And because, like, they're suing Milagro for claiming that Megan Thee Stallion lied on Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion was never shot and she's a liar, they deposed Academics because apparently, Ac has presented information that has claimed that Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. So they are interrogating Academics for his claims that Megan Thee Stallion is a lawyer. Now, it's unclear whether or not Academics showed up with a lawyer, rather in the background or on stream, but Academics showed up for the deposition. Now, he actually filmed it. So we actually got some clips of what exactly took place there. And in one clip, Academics is telling a lawyer, hey, bro, I think she's a liar. It's my personal opinion. Now, the lawyers did ask something very slick. They asked him, where did you express these opinions? He says to any and everyone who's willing to hear it in the public eye. But he did say, it's my opinion, she's a liar. I have no proof to back it up.
Just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I've said this anywhere I've ever been and asked them.
Right, you say it basically anywhere and anywhere you've ever been and as loudly and publicly as you can, correct?
Yeah, if I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, you were not present on June 12th, 2020 when Miss Pete was shot, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No.
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tory did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is...
I'm sorry, hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100% this is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, her story, again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept a liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then. She's a liar now. She's going to be a liar tomorrow. And, yeah, that's it.
Do you believe she perjured herself on the stand at the criminal trial? Is that what you said?
I wouldn't know. That would be something the prosecutors would have to answer. But that, we've rarely seen.
Hey, man, Big Ac is popping it, bro. Listen, I don't got Academics money. I don't, have tens of millions of dollars. So I'm not sitting for no deposition, bro. I'm evoking my fifth. I'm pointing to, hey, bro, sorry, I can't answer any questions here, bro. All right. Desiree Perez and Rock Nation is known to lock us amigos. If there's one thing we know Desiree Perez is good for, she's known to lock us amigos. And because Desiree Perez is managing Megan Thee Stallion, I think that if I sit here and answer questions about if I have evidence or if I don't have evidence or if I ever spoke to Tory Lanez and he ever given me something, I don't know whatever crime that could get me implicated for. I don't know if, bro, leaking sensitive information or, or being held in contempt of court. I don't know, right? So for me to be safe, I'll plead the fifth, sorry. And I'll point to every instance of Rock Nation going after people to get them locked up. Sorry, I'm not doing it. So if I'm plead the fifth, not answering a goddamn thing. But Academics went ahead and sat down and Ac had a good time with this, right? Ac had a ball. It didn't even feel like a deposition, bro. It felt like a Discord conversation, to be honest, bro. Ac was popping it. Now, afterwards, Ac even leaked, like, their private conversation that the lawyers accidentally leaked as well, right? Where, like, they were kind of talking about, hey, bro, he's already tweeting about, this deposition contact Dez, call Dez. Dez, I would imagine, is Desiree Perez. So the lawyers were actively saying, yo, call Dez on Akademiks. So it kind of looks like whatever is going on isn't going to stop at just this deposition. It feels like they got some, dare I say, I don't know, bruh, all right? Some vindictive, backdoorish, revenge-ish, right? Some very evil, revengeful plot for Akademiks.
Okay. Now, first and foremost, so after hour five, I'm doing my little thing. I got, I had a little bit of essential water. I came in with a plate, like a cookout, start eating, wash it down with some Gatorade, bored me a little bit. So, of course, I had to, go get a little cup of, some essential. And didn't matter. I was still sharp as a knife. So get to about like hour five. They're hoping I'm exhausted. I can tell. You see, these motherfuckers on the clock. They're trying to get out of here. I'm like, we got content. I'm good. Nigga, cancel my day. We got bomb tent. We're here. Don't you worry. I knew you niggas were doing some fucking. All I had to do was just sit back and let y'all expose yourselves and expose your angles. I've been waiting for this moment. Because when I tell every nigga in the industry that Rock Nation be doing all type of fucking, like, what are you talking about? Jay-Z's a good guy. I'm like, I ain't saying nothing about Jay-Z. That company, they're only on fucking. So, I'm sipping, but still sharp as a knife. Anyway.
I'm going to have to give my uncle a call tonight, man. I'm going to give Wack 100 a call. Wack 100 has had a profound impact on Akademiks. Akademiks went into a deposition with the mindset of, man, I got to bring the Henny with me under the table because we got content. Now, shout out to Wack 100 and the Hunter side. Content, they own that trademark. But I would understand, listen, man, if it was like a bum blogger, if it was somebody that was a peon, listen, man, if one of these stragglers who's always making videos about me, bro, sues me, man, I'm coming into that deposition popping it, right? Because they peons, they bums, right? They can't do nothing. But if you dealing with Rock Nation here, bro, or you dealing with Megan Thee Stallion, these ain't peons, bro. These ain't bums. They're not just asking you any type of question, right? But Akademiks, to me, he looked prepared and he looks confident. So to me, it's a good sign. At least, he's confident for a good reason, I would say. But I personally don't got the money to go into this, leaving this up to chance or leaving this up to content.
It gets to one point. This is hour five. They're exhausted. Yo, Big Ack is. Listen, chat. I could stream for 12 hours talking to myself. You think Father Attorney's gonna get me? I'm talking their ear off. Yo, they get so tired. Remember, they're working on an hour. Each of these lawyers, like a big law firm like this, they might be getting $1,000 an hour, $1,500 an hour. Just do the math. Look how many lawyers they got on here, and just say 1,000. Let's say everyone's getting $1,000 an hour. We all spent 7 hours. 7 hours, $7,000 per person. Meg and Rock Nation, whoever, probably spent about $21,000 to talk to me. And don't worry, I felt we got content, so I'm good with it. Because I was like, damn, the lawyer's getting paid. I'm gonna get paid over this. We got bomb 10. Here we go. So, hour five, chat. They're exhausted. They don't like working too long. Big Act, I'll clock in for a good 24. I'm good. So they asked to put up an exhibit. They said, hey, exhibit girl, because you put up an exhibit that we want to show Act. They f***ed up. Shorty, instead of putting up the exhibit, shows her screen. And I see the chat. I see the chat of the conversation happening with the lawyers. Oh, you want to see? By the way, when that happened, I had a nice smirk on my face. I said, I made a little timestamp. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back to it. Here's a screenshot here. Bang! Quinn Emanuel, look at this. Y'all don't f*** up now. They're putting the wrong thing. I don't f*** up now. Look at all these. Okay. Look, I don't know why they're talking about OVO. What is OVO? I don't know why Quinn Emanuel in their Slack, I think it's a Slack, is saying OVO. I don't know. Then the other one says, Marie, good. I got more than we thought we would on that. Just make sure you're sharing the right screen. So she did it once. And the other ones are saying, yo, you shared the wrong screen. Like, you got to come on, like, we're getting paid $1,500 an hour. We got to do this right. Man, yo, we're bleeding Meg's pockets. Let's come with some results. Okay? But, they did it again. Watch this. This I know I was getting on this kid's chat. Look at this chat. Look, I'm talking their ear off. They said, if he won't shut the f up, I'm never getting through this. Yeah, I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say. So my phone, shut the fuck up. You ain't getting through this. You ain't gonna get through this. Keep building Meg Thee Stallion and Rock Nation. I got a lot to say. Now, listen, yo, but today, cuz, I had time, cuz. Look, she just f***ing shared our Slack. Atlanta, they're trying to fire you. You're the black girl over there. She was a black girl. So the black girl was the exhibit girl. She accidentally shared shit, and they stopped having her share it. Then the lawyer, they're both lawyers. Then the other lawyer tried to share it, and she did the same thing. So, yo, Atlanta, you're a black girl. I saw you laughing at a couple of my jokes. I know you're over there with the bad people. You're over there with that side. But it's okay. I know you're trying to get your check, okay? Get in and get out. Marie, Team Rock, what? Here's the interesting part. Tell Des, By the way, I posted, we had a break. I told him I wouldn't be on my phone while I'm answering questions. But these lawyers, they couldn't either hold their bladder or they all needed food. I think somebody did number 2 or something while we were doing it. They're like, yo, we need some more time. We gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, damn. Yo, what y'all got in the cafeteria up there at the Rock Nation lawyer offices? They could hold their bladders break after break after break. So on one of the breaks, I posted, yo, they're asking me crazy shit up in here about drink everybody. Listen, I'm gonna snitch. I'm gonna tell you. Look what she says. And this is where I realized we got you. Y'all are liars. Tell Des. If you're the lawyer for Megan Pete, why would you need to tell Des? Who's Des? The only Des that I know, and I could be wrong. Desiree Perez, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Rock Nation. So you did this. So with y'all sitting there with me for 7 hours claiming that y'all had zero affiliation. And that, yes, even if y'all did represent Rock Nation, this is a Meg Thee Stallion thing. My conduct in that deposition, y'all are in an internal chat reporting, go tell Rock Nation CEO this. Akademiks is posted.
I'll be real, that would have been my cue to stop playing. That would have been my cue, man, to start evoking the fifth and contact a lawyer, homie. Now, I did see somebody raise an objection on the call. So Act did have some representative there, I believe. But however, I think that's still into question right now. But a TikTok lawyer took the TikTok, and she apparently believed that Akademiks just made a grave mistake, and that apparently Akademiks doing his deposition or his conduct during the deposition will come back to haunt him. And here's what she has to say.
Akademiks had to sit through 7 hours. 7 hours is normal. 7 hours is normal. So it sounds crazy. He did not prepare for it. And he did not have an attorney there. Your attorney needs to be there because your attorney should be actively objecting to certain questions that could be decided later on if you have to answer. There's a lot of questions. The way they ask the question is important. You may feel like we're going over something again and again and again, but they're actually trying to ask you questions that specifically go into the elements of defamation. I have made so many defamation videos. I could not go over it one more time, but there's certain elements that you need to prove. And one of them is saying it in a public place, is saying it in a place where other people can hear it. Where did you say these things? That's even one of the clips. Where did you say these things about Megan? He gonna say on the internet where I told everyone who ever listened to me. What? No, that is not the way. No. Why would you say that? Why would you say it like that? Like, even if he's gonna go with the defense, which is his opinion, why would you say that you told everybody that would listen to you? And because Megan Thee Stallion, if you watch my other videos, you know Megan Thee Stallion is a public figure. Akademiks is also a public figure. So there needs to be there's a higher standard, actual malice. You need to prove that what you did had malice intent. So you need to prove that he knew. There's a point in time that he knew what he was doing was spreading lies. Like, he knew he was doing that, but he still did it anyways. So they need to prove that actual malice. Because there could be defamation if it was like two normal people, but because Megan Thee Stallion is a huge star, they're gonna, his defense is gonna say, look at this woman, she's a huge star, she's everywhere. She got an interview on Good Morning America, like she's a huge star. You need to prove actual malice, right? He literally, basically, what it looks like from the clips I saw, handed that over as well. He handed it over because he said that she's a liar, which is true, because she did lie. We all lie. But she lied in that interview about them having sex. And personally, me, I would have taken it to the grave. But she lied in the interview about them having sex. I think she admitted it in the interview. And so he called her a liar, and he's like, I don't trust liars. I know that they probably were like, have you lied? Do you consider yourself a liar? Do you consider other people liars? I know he's not going to show you that part of it, because you know that they're going to ask him, well, how do you say one person is a liar so you don't believe them, but then Tory Lanez, you don't consider a liar? I know they asked him about his sources, but he does have some privileges regarding like telling the sources, but he's already also admitted it. You have to understand, this is a major law firm. Quinn Emanuel is a huge law firm. They do litigation. When shit's going bad, you call Quinn Emanuel. They watched all his videos 100 times, transcribed all the videos, highlighted all his videos. They've seen all the things. He is a streamer. They've watched his streams. They have a whole bunch of interns doing that hard work of watching all his streams and seeing all the things that he said. And he runs his mouth for a living. So I know there's a lot of things he probably just doesn't even remember saying, but they know what you said, and they know that they can prove malice. And then plus you saying and being contradicting in so many ways, because he always slips up. He always slips up and reveals a source, or always slips up. Like, he just talks too much. So plus him going into that deposition with no attorney to protect him from himself. It's like, y'all are not bigger than the program. You are not bigger. You're not smarter than a bunch of attorneys, because you may be smarter than one or two, but you're not smarter than the group. You're not smarter than a bunch of people who have to sit for hours and listen to every single stream while you fucking turn the camera off and go to bed drunk. They were wide awake writing every fucking thing you ever said down. You're not bigger than the program. If you get sued, you need to get an attorney. You are not walking into a 7-hour deposition and think you're walking out and gonna go on your Twitch stream and brag about it. You fucked up. You gave them everything they wanted. DJ Akademiks is going to lose this lawsuit. Like, I don't know. You tell me, does he have an attorney? Does he have an attorney? Like, who is representing him?
I'll say this. Megan Thee Stallion could probably get away with suing Milagro. But do I believe Megan Thee Stallion really wants the PR damage that will come from suing DJ Akademiks? Probably not, right? That's probably not what Megan Thee Stallion really wants to go through. Like, could you imagine the terror, the horrors? Could you imagine, like, the media, the media coverage of this? Her suing DJ Akademiks and her going to court with Akademiks, and then also, deposing somebody and then suing them afterwards is kind of crazy. But I don't feel like Megan Thee Stallion wants this. Now, Rock Nation and Desiree Perez is probably licking their lips at the chops of taking down Academics, but a lawsuit would probably not take down Academics. I'm sorry. The Cardi B lawsuit didn't take down Tasha K. Tasha K is still on live stream, doing content, making videos. So all this is probably gonna do is what? Like make Megan Thee Stallion more hated, make the hate even intensify more, because now people feel like you're colluding with Rock Nation to destroy media personalities. It won't be smart. Now, is Academics' conduct during the deposition smart? Probably not. I don't know. I haven't been through a deposition. Right? I've been sued 12 times. You could probably, right? And I've cooked every lawsuit. Like it's all been cooked. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Y'all think Academics could be affected by this? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out why Poetic Flacco, myself, career is over after getting exposed by the streets. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.